I love music for the memory of hearing a song at a certain moment in my life.
And this hotel cafe, where you, how long did it already exist? Long when you got there?
It's about to have a 10th anniversary this fall, so it's been around 10 years. So it was about 2000. Hotel started. I started playing there in like 2001.
Yeah. And because there's the hotel cafe tour, is that your?
Yeah, the hotel cafe tour was, you know, we'd all been playing together in LA, and yeah, I think it was like one Saturday night. I kind of turned to the owner of the hotel, and we kind of said it at the exact same time. We're like, well, why don't we just take this and put it on a tour bus and take it out across the country? And we just did it. We just figured out a way to do it and got some money, and it was such a cool opportunity that, you know, at the time when things first started going well for me, like I was able to have enough people come out with some other artists that were doing well. They were friends of mine. That then to me, it was really about bringing out the younger artists, giving younger artists an opportunity to play on big stages. And now some of the younger artists that were playing then are just doing incredibly well. Like William Fitzsimmons. I don't know if you know Fitzsimmons stuff. I mean, Fitzy's doing great, and you know,
he's also your discovery man.
Yeah, he came out. Yeah, he opened for me on my first tour, but then I put him on the hotel tour, and people like Cary Brothers. The first time I ever heard her, you know, Sarah came out on that tour. She's a buddy of mine from LA, and she came out and did a couple dates in the Hotel Cafe tour. And I remember she was like, "Oh yeah, and this is a song I wrote a few weeks ago," during sound check, and she started playing Love Song. And I remember we were all in the audience just like, "Oh my God, that's gonna be huge." And it's just seeing everybody kind of grow. We've all done this together, and I think it can be such a lonely job, you know, staying in hotel rooms and being by yourself. That knowing that there's a whole community of people doing this out there in the world with you, that you can always go back to LA, go to the back bar at the Hotel Cafe, and one of them is going to be there, and you all can tell your stories. That's been a really cool thing about that room.
And you also all toured together then. On those tours, how long does one edition last? Is that?
We usually do like 6-week tours. Okay. You know, people, because everybody's schedule is so crazy that we would have a house band, and usually like 4 or 5 artists a night, and it would switch off. Like some people would leave the tour, somebody else would fly in, and the band would learn their songs, and it's constantly rotating. But it was like spring break. I mean, it's like vacation. I mean, it's just as much vacation for us as it is a job, because we get to hang out with all our best friends on the road for 6 weeks here. Or we did it in Europe too, you know, in the States or in Europe.
And then when you're on tour, when you're together, is there? What happens? Do you learn from each other on songwriting?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we're all living on a tour bus together, so the fun part is there. And then every night, you know, the longer someone would be on a tour, the more somebody else would go, "Hey, you know, I hear a piano part on that nobody's playing. Can I do that?" Or like, "Hey, I hear a harmony. Can I sing this harmony?" And by everyone starts the tour playing with just them and the band, and by the end of the tour, there are, you know, 10 people on stage every night during people's sets, and it just keeps adding and growing and growing. And it's a great opportunity to see how other people do it every night. And learn how to handle yourself on stage, or learning a new way to play guitar, or learning a new, you know, there's always something to learn.
Yeah. And how does this work with the hotel itself? Do you find people, or do they come and then you like it or don't like it maybe?
You mean for the tour?
No, just the hotel itself, when new people...
Well, Hotel Cafe, and Marco Schaefer is the guy who runs the Hotel Cafe, and he's one of the best bookers in the world. Like, he's found so many great bands. You know, I always told Marco, I mean, if Marco had started a record label when he started the Hotel Cafe, he'd be the richest man in the world right now. But he does, you know, the great thing about Marco is he really cares about the music more than anything, and just wants people to have the opportunity to play on a good stage. And you know, he above all else has given people opportunities, and so, you know, but it's great because any night at the hotel, like every night, there's usually like 3 or 4 bands a night at the hotel. If you go, you're gonna see something really special from someone you've never heard before, and so there's always kind of a younger generation of people coming up and for the next Hotel Cafe tour, or you know, the next Sarah Bareilles or Katy Perry came out of there. Like some, you know, yeah, like Katy Perry. I mean, Katy Perry was a songwriter.
Yeah.
Above all else. You know, now she's a pop star, but she was a great songwriter.
Really?
Yeah. You know, playing like acoustic guitar like with everybody else.
Yeah. Is there anything on there that you don't like?
What?
Are there ever any bands that you don't like
Absolutely.
on there?
I don't like a lot of bands. I mean, you know, I mean that's the thing about having a community like that is like they're friends of mine who are musicians who make music that I don't like. But to me, I'm their friend first. It's just like if I'm a doctor and my friend's an accountant, he may be a bad accountant, but I don't care. He's my friend, you know. And that's the way I kind of view music friends too.
Yeah.
You know, friendship first and then the rest. Because at the end of the day, it's like if people are coming to see their show, and I mean, I always respect what everybody does. You know, if you're working hard and people are coming to see your shows and there's love for your music, well, even if I don't like it, I mean, who cares what I think?